Step back and watch the chef cook.
You own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Hit my line if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Yeah, I'm from the 17th curb. I'm a G, I know how a G17 works. I'm a beast, I done moved grass all on this turf. Before the pandemic, face mask gonna work, yeah. Feast with the guys, glad bag full of work. Used to help Miss Diane with her bags out of church, cause she let us play them steps from the first to the first. It's like we shared clothes, your dirt was my dirt. You don't need to have a foreign, I saw minivan skirts. We had bitches on the bus, I ain't never chased no skirt. Diamond chains cause I'm up, she just think I'm trying to flirt. When the lights hit my chain, all my diamonds do the jerk, yeah. Deep in the rap, don't miss your blessings in the verse. Making by a storefront, you're more precious than the purse. If you gotta have that purse, make his ass go berserk. We world champs now, this just come with the perks. Woo! You own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Hit my line if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. They had me 6 hours, I said 17 words. I'm like Shady in the snow, I spun, I'm so superb. A legend still remains when his flesh is in the earth. And if they raid your tomb, may they fall upon a curse. Yeah, this 9 I keep for backup. With this I wanted chip, we ran plays. They need to build a statue for this shit. Big plays, a sleigh couldn't get you through this shit. More grams than Brandon, fiends rushing for a hit. The priest sitting out a diner while you niggas giving tips. You gon' get a C-section, all that pushing through your lips. I hold it desert straight, a shooter told me do my dips. You're just photogenic, not a boss, I'm convinced. Niggas practicing hard for them obituary pics. You're just photogenic, not a boss, I'm convinced. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, ski. It's been an eventful couple of hours for me today, to say the least. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I'm going to let y'all know that this video was brought to you by Print Champs. You know what I'm saying? We going to get into what was said. I'm going to let y'all know this video was brought to you by Print Champs. I'm going to show y'all what we got in store. Shout out to everybody that's grabbing the merch. All of that good stuff, man. Let's tap in and see what we got. You know what I mean? Lord Brunson, Print Champs official merch, Super Bowl, you know what I mean? Super Bowl LIX merch, Drunken Howie snapbacks, they going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Heavyweight ski mask Howie T, Fly Champs Fly, 24 birds, all of that, man. We sold out of the hurt season MVP snapback, unfortunately. But, you know, I got to change this image right here. Because when you click on here, right, it should be about the OG. I got the OG in storage, so I know some of y'all like the black and white OG. I got that in storage too. Don't ever get it confused. Different flavors. You know what I mean? How if like if the guy ain't the face, if the guy ain't the face of the NFC, how was I able to move 20,000 units? Give me another content creator that moved 20,000 snapbacks with their quarterback name on it. If he ain't that guy, but we gonna get into that though, because I got the proof, and it's always about the proof. The proof is in the pudding when you're dealing with LB, man. I come off brash. Sometimes I come off harsh. But if you listen, the truth is in my speech. The truth is in my words. We're going to get to it, though. But you know what I mean? I want to talk about some of these schedule leaks real quick. Let's talk about some of these schedule leaks. Let's get right to it. You know what I mean? The source, my favorite app in the whole wide world. We're going to be on this screen for a little minute, man. We're gonna be on this screen for a little minute, unfortunately, man. You know what I mean? Hold on, what's wrong with my screen? Let me fix that. You know what I'm saying? Can y'all see me on the screen while y'all see the John? I don't like it looking like that. How can I get that? That ain't too bad, I guess. That ain't too bad, I guess. I don't like that either, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding when you're dealing with LB. You know what I mean? It's in the pudding. So we're going to look at let's look at the leaks. You got the Dallas Cowboys. We know about that one. Damn, hold on. I might have messed it up a little bit. You got week 1, the Eagles going to be playing the Cowboys. Week 10, the Eagles going to be playing the Packers.
Week 13, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Bears. Week 16, the Eagles and the Commanders. You know what I mean? First of all, the Dallas Cowboys is only getting prime time because we won the Super Bowl. They would never do the Cowboys and the Chiefs week 1. I don't even think the Cowboys play the Chiefs this year. I'm not even sure about that. You know what I'm saying? But the Cowboys are only here because of us. Please, let's get that understood if there's any Cowboys fans in attendance. Please, first and foremost, I would like to get that understood. First of all, we didn't want y'all. So y'all running around having a parade, y'all jumping, y'all jumping out the window, y'all putting on these old ass Cowboys jackets from '96, making car videos. First of all, I need my flowers for that because nobody was in the car like LB. I made 100 bands in the car lunchtime with the bullies. You know what I mean? Now you got people in the car now. Y'all only playing us week 1 because of our accomplishment. Week 10, the Packers. 35 tush pushes since y'all trying to be some HOEs trying to get it banned. We gonna do y'all in proper. The Bears, he ain't ready. Caleb ain't ready. Cook him week 13. Week 16, the Commanders is in this slot. It's usually the Cowboys because the Commanders are better than the Cowboys. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. So, already 4 of our primetime matchups have been leaked. You know what I mean? And that's because we're the defending champs. It's as simple as that. It's purely as simple as that. That's why you're getting these leaks, man. You're getting these leaks because of who we are. You're solely and purely getting these leaks because of who we are, man. You know what I mean? And I couldn't be more happy for my team. But this is what I want y'all to I want y'all to see this segment from the NFC East Super Friends last night. I spoke about it. I said this was crazy. To say Jalen Hurts isn't the face of the NFC is laughable. We can't be lying to prop up our guys. From Time Magazine to the Met Gala, Jalen Hurts is clearly the most marketable QB in the NFC. Let's be for real now. But this, let me.
They're trying to get that stadium built. They're trying to get that stadium built. That's what it is, huh?
You know that, or you guessing that?
I'm guessing.
Let me start from the beginning. Now listen closely.
The NFL, let me tell y'all this. We can expound upon this. So I could tell y'all, I said it before y'all see it with y'all own eyes. The NFL is putting us on a campaign this year to make Jayden Daniels the face of the NFC. He will be the equivalent of Patrick Mahomes in the AFC.
Now, listen closely. Louis T is being delusional again. He is saying that the NFL is putting Jayden Daniels on a campaign to be the face of the NFC, equivalent to Patrick Mahomes, who was chasing a three-peat. Equivalent to Patrick Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes is the face of the entire NFL, but he's the guy in the AFC.
We will have 7 primetime games this year.
I can't believe it.
7. Count them up.
7?
But why would it be him?
They're trying to get that stadium built.
That?
They're trying to get that stadium built. That's what it is, huh?
You know that, or you guessing that?
I'm guessing. I mean, we're gonna have 2 Mondays.
7 prime times.
Just check this out. We're gonna have 2 Mondays, 2 Sundays. We already know we playing the Eagles on a Saturday. We got the Madrid game over in Spain. That's 6. And we probably playing Dallas on Thanksgiving. If not, me and the LB.
So if the Eagles have the same amount of primetime games, how can you make that case?
You won the Super Bowl. Like, you got a Thursday game just off the strength of you winning the Super Bowl. Like, you wouldn't have been there if you didn't win the Super Bowl.
You won the Super Bowl. You wouldn't have been there if you won the Super Bowl. Well, no, duh. That's what happens when you win the Super Bowl. You kick off the season. Let him continue.
They weren't going to put you on Monday. They weren't going to put you on Sunday. They would have put you in your normal week 2 Monday night spot. That's where you belong. That's where you always go. But what I'm telling you is we are prime real estate now because of Jayden Daniels. I call it the Jayden Daniels effect.
I don't think so.
Wait a minute.
I don't think so.
He may have a point, though, LB, because where's the draft going to be at next year?
That's in 2 years.
Yeah,
2 years.
Yeah.
That's the Jayden Daniels effect. All of
that's what it is. Jayden Daniels. I think that's what it is.
The draft was in Philly before.
Man, I'm Jalen Hurts then.
No, but this is the thing. Jalen Hurts is a good player, but that's more of a team over there. Like, what we're getting,
the whole team wasn't at the Met Gala. The whole team wasn't in Time Magazine.
The whole team wasn't at the White House. Everybody, that ain't for everybody. What's for one guy?
The whole team wasn't at the White House, But the whole team was invited, Lou. The whole team wasn't invited to the Met Gala.
And for everybody.
People in the world. The whole team wasn't in the Time magazine. The whole team wasn't on Men's Health magazine.
Right.
The whole team didn't win Super Bowl.
They're not, because the quarterback gets the spoils. You know that.
Right.
But when we look at this team, your quarterback threw for less than 3,000 yards this season.
Jalen Hurts is remember that your quarterback threw for less than 3,000 yards. We're gonna revisit this real soon. We're off the field. If you think the NFL is trying to prop up Jayden Daniels to be the NFC face over Jalen Hurts right now, you're bugging.
They're looking for a face, though. They're looking for a face.
Of course they are.
Jalen Hurts. The face is there.
Oh,
it's
man.
not Jalen
Face
Hurts,
is
bro.
there.
You can't.
I mean, it's right in your face. Y'all just don't want to believe it.
It's not, man.
Hold on. So just to make sure we all on the same page. Just to make sure we all on the same page, y'all. This guy's argument is that Jayden Daniels is being propped up by the NFL to be the face. To be the face. He's being propped up by the NFL to be the face of the NFC. His argument is that the face of the NFC is wide open. And the NFL is doing everything they can in their power to make that guy beat Jayden Daniels. Jalen Hurts was just in Time magazine as being a top 100 influential person. Not in the NFL, not in the United States. Not in Albuquerque, in the world. Top 100 influential people in the world. The column was written by Derek Jeter. Jalen Hurts was just in Men's Health magazine. He just won Super Bowl MVP. Super Bowl MVP. Before Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl, he was already in one. Listen, when you go to the Super Bowl and lose, nobody cares. But when you go to one and win one, you've been to 2 Super Bowls and you won one. That's different. Being 1-1 in the Super Bowl is different. It's different, ladies and gentlemen. Jalen Hurts is by far more marketable than Jayden Daniels. Jalen Hurts by far is more popular than Jayden Daniels. Jalen Hurts is a winner. How can you be the face of the NFL without an MVP or a Super Bowl trophy? These guys hate Jalen Hurts so bad that they blatantly ignore what's right in front of their face. Blatantly ignore what's right in front of their face. Jalen Hurts been on a world tour since he went to the Super Bowl and lost. Jalen Hurts got a $50 million a year deal when he lost. He got a Nike commercial with Tiana Taylor and them boys when he lost. Jordan deal when he lost. This thing's that happened when he lost the Super Bowl. Are we out of our mind? All pro, I don't think Jayden Daniels got one of those. Super Bowl MVP, Jayden Daniels don't got one of those. I'm going to tell you why Jalen Hurts is the face of the NFC. And I'm going to use their own argument against them, ladies and gentlemen. It's because of the stats. Follow me. Walk with me. Walk with me. Walk with me for a second. I'm going to show you why. The stats, they want to say, oh, he threw for less than 3,000 passing yards. How can he be the face of the NFL? I'm going to use their argument against him. These are Jalen Hurts' stats. These are Jalen Hurts' stats right here, right? Now let's look at Jalen Hurts' stats. We in stats. Regular season stats don't matter. Postseason stats is what matter. Since Jalen Hurts has been a starter, he's made the playoffs. Jalen Hurts has played in 9 postseason games. Jalen Hurts has 1,800 passing yards. 1,800 passing yards. 18. 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. 10 rushing touchdowns. That's 20 total touchdowns in the playoffs. 381 rushing yards. 381 rushing yards, right? Remember Jalen Hurts' numbers. 1,800 yards. Jalen Hurts alone in this year in the playoffs had 126 passing yards and 5 touchdown passes. In this playoff run alone, I don't think he's done that in a 4-game stretch the entire regular season. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Since everybody want to throw these regular season stats out there so much, let's look it up. Is there a game log somewhere? Sure. Let's look at the game log. Let's look at the game log. Let's look at the game log. We started the season. He might have got it in the first 4. He got it in the first 4. You know what I'm saying? Again, in the first, he might have got it again in the next 4. A lot of 100-yard passing games. A lot of letting other guys do what they got to do. But when it's time for the postseason, when it takes 4 games to win the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts locks in. That's what separates him. That's what separates him. That's what separates him. Let's look at it again. 1,800 passing yards in the postseason in 9 games. Remember that number. Remember that number. Now let's look at some of these elite guys. Let's look at some of these elite guys. There should be a search menu in this joint where I can look at some of these other guys real quick. Hold on. We're going to do it old school. We're going to have to do it old school. Let's look at Lamar. I've been talking about Lamar a lot. Let's look at Lamar. Lamar's elite, right? Lamar's elite, right? Lamar, 4,100 passing yards, 41 touchdowns. Awesome. Should have been MVP. Let's look at Lamar Jackson's postseason numbers. He has less passing yards than Jalen Hurts. 1,700 passing yards, 10 touchdowns, and more interceptions by far. But this is an elite quarterback, right? He's supposed to be the guy. Lamar Jackson is elite with less passing yards than Jalen Hurts in the postseason. More interceptions than Jalen Hurts in the postseason. He got more rushing yards. Lamar's a dual threat. But who would have thought Lamar had less passing yards than Jalen Hurts in the postseason? Lamar Jackson with less passing yards than Jalen Hurts when it's time to win a Super Bowl, it don't make sense, do it? It don't make sense. It's not making sense. Or is it just me? Is it just me? It's not making sense. It's not making sense. Did I show y'all that correctly? Hold on. I don't think I shared the screen right for that one. I think I messed something up. I'm going to show you the proof in case you think I'm capping. My bad. Here you go right here. I'm going to show you the proof. Postseason Lamar, 1,700 passing yards. That's 1,700 passing yards for Lamar in the postseason. 1,700. Who else you want to look at? Everyone like a Dak Prescott in the postseason? And this with Saquon Barkley. They want to say we so loaded and he being carried. This was Saquon Barkley. Let's look at Dak Prescott stats in the postseason. Let's look at it. Hold on. Up here, stats. Let's look at it. Let's go to postseason for Dak. Let's go postseason. 1,900. 1,900. Jalen Hurts right on his bumper. And he's been playing for 10 years. He's been playing for 10 years. Jalen Hurts is on his bumper. Jalen Hurts already got more wins than him. I don't even think it's fair to even be talking about him. Jalen Hurts got more playoff wins than him and more playoff wins than Lamar. But they don't care about the wins because the team is carrying Jalen, right? Why do Jalen Hurts got better stats in the playoffs than these guys? Why? Dak Prescott never put 700 passing yards together in the postseason. He never put 700 passing yards together in the postseason. He never did it. Let me look at Joe Burrow now. Now I want to see Joe Burrow. Let me make sure I'm showing y'all this right. Oh, we're on the wrong screen. My bad. We're on the wrong screen. A lot of screens popping up. I'm going to show y'all. This is facts. I'm going to make sure I show you before I switch screens. These are facts. Here you go right here. 1,900. Postseason. 1,900. Oh, over 100 or something more. This is a pocket passing guy. A little over 100. Never put 700 yards passing together. Jalen just did that with Saquon Barkley. A game was in the snow, and Saquon got shut down. In 4 games, he threw for 700 yards. 5 touchdowns. I never see Dak do that. Jalen Hurts has never had a multiple interception run in the playoffs his whole career. He just ain't never do it. He ain't never did it. Now, who y'all want to see? Y'all want to see Joe Burrow playoff numbers? He ain't go to the playoffs the last 2 years. So we already know about that. Joe Burrow stats. I'm going to pull it up. Everybody going to see. Everybody going to get this work. I promise you that. We're going to talk facts. Everybody going to get this work. Share screen. Joe Burrow. I'm going to walk you down this, bro. The research has been done on why Jalen Hurts is who he is. It's because of postseason success. It don't got nothing to do with what y'all think. It don't got nothing to do with that. Look, I'm thinking the list so short. He got 1,800 just like Jalen. Less touchdown passes and more interceptions. He played in 7 games. Jalen played in 2 more games than him. 7 games. Now, I will say this. He threw for 1,000 yards in the playoff run. And he threw for 700 in another playoff run. I believe if he's able to get to the playoffs more frequently, his numbers would be better for sure. For sure. But 1,800 for Joe and 1,800 for Jalen, the math ain't mathing. You, Joe Burrow, you got no business missing the playoffs 2 straight years. I'm not trying to hear it. You got no business missing the playoffs 2 straight years. The playoff numbers is the same. The only 2 that blow Jalen out the water, and separate themselves in the playoffs is Josh Allen, but he never won the big one. But Josh Allen playoff numbers is crazy. And Pat Wynn. I'm not going to waste my time pulling up no Herbert. Has he ever won a playoff game? No, I'm not going to waste my time doing it. So if you want to know why Jalen Hurts is the face of the National Football League, it's because of the playoff numbers, the playoff stats. The playoff stats is why. 20 total touchdowns in 9 games, 10 rushing, 10 passing, equally yoked. 1,800 passing yards, 10 rushing and 10 passing. I think 2 interceptions. If you want to know why Jalen Hurts is who he is, it's because it don't matter what happened in the regular season. It's all about the playoffs. They love showing y'all stats, bro. They love showing y'all stats. The Commanders, Louis T's whole argument for Jayden Daniels being the face of the NFC is because of stats and talent. Aaron Rodgers is more talented than Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers wasn't 25% of the face of the league that Tom Brady was, right? Why? Because one guy wins. One guy wins. I ain't never hated an opposing quarterback enough to lie on him. I ain't never lied on Dak Prescott. I ain't never lied on Jayden Daniels. I ain't never lied on none of these guys. If you're good, I give it up. If you're good, I give it up. But this is the thing about it, though. Winning stopped mattering when Jalen Hurts did it. When we put this hat on, winning don't matter no more. Winning don't matter to these guys no more. The only thing that matter to these guys right now, the content creation space is ruined because it's ran by a bunch of fanboys. Fanboys. It's ran by a bunch of fanboys who don't want to win. They want to look pretty and lose. Louis T and the whole Commanders fan base is just happy to have a competent quarterback. They were happy to go to the NFC Championship game and get blown out. They were okay with that. You want to know why? Because they ain't been there in 30 years. They ain't been there in 30 years. The city of Philadelphia couldn't sleep after we lost to Pat the first game by 3, knowing how hard our quarterback worked. Couldn't sleep. Y'all talk about Jalen Hurts being carried, but y'all act like y'all ain't see that first Super Bowl when the defense couldn't get a stop the whole second half, and he had to change his game. He had to bust his gun. He had to go down flaming with Pat. They was going bar for bar. They had a bang out on national television, but they don't talk about that. Sometimes a bang out ain't needed. Sometimes just winning the game is needed. LB, your last podcast was fire. Which one? Sometimes, I appreciate you. Sometimes winning the game is needed, and nobody win better than Jalen Hurts. Nobody win better than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts was at the premiere for the evolution of a black quarterback with Michael Vick and them. Jayden Daniels wasn't there. He black. It should be no discrepancy about who the face of the NFC is, bro. Jalen Hurts is all over the place off the field, and he winning on the field. He winning on the field. He winning on the field. It's just the facts. It's the blatant facts. It's the blatant. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see something. Let me see something. Let me see something. Where you see that? I'm looking for, because it's usually like it's a thing. It's a little ranking thing on an NFL shop. Oh, wait, here we go. Players. No, see, they don't do it like that. It's an alphabetical order. I gotta find it. Hold, let me go on X real quick. I'm gonna find it. I don't know what this was, but somebody sent it to me. NFLshop.com. They should show you the top selling jerseys, right? I don't know how accurate it is. I don't know how accurate this is, but this was somebody sent me. How do you see it? We're going to run with this real quick. This was on X. I don't know how accurate this is, but it seemed about accurate to me. I tried to get it from the source, NFLshop.com. Somebody sent this to me. When you go to NFLshop.com and you see the top selling jerseys of the season, you see Jalen Hurts number 1, Caleb Williams number 2, Patrick Mahomes number 3. Patrick Mahomes number 3. You got to go all the way to 5 to find Jayden Daniels. You got to go all the way to 5 to find Jayden Daniels, bro. You got to go all the way to 5 to find Jayden Daniels. This is my point. This is my point. And it's no disrespect to Jayden Daniels. But Jalen Hurts is only not the face. Bro, if Jalen Hurts would have won the first Super Bowl, he would be the face of the NFL, not just the NFC. He's only the face of the NFC and not the entire league by default. By default. Because Pat. Then to say all of these other guys, he said the AFC got 5 faces of the league. I've never heard that type of glazing before. 5 different people are the face of the AFC. 5 different people are the face of the AFC, and the NFC just wide open. It's wide open because you want your boy to be that guy. Come on, man. Cut it out, man. Cut it out, man. They want to talk about, listen, being talented don't make you the face of the league. Winning make you the face of the league. Winning is no longer important to these guys, bruh. And it's destroying them. It's destroying them from the inside. They rotten. They rotten. Oh my God. My old head from DC, he watching the stream. He gonna tell me I need to stop telling lies and state facts and say Daniels is the face of the NFL. He not the face of the NFL, bruh. The face of the NFL? Come on, man. Come on. That good dope that Rayful Edmonds had in DC, it shouldn't be no more that it shouldn't. Where y'all keep finding it from? Where y'all finding this 80s, this 80s blow? Where y'all finding this from? Like, come on. Come on. Off of one good season. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, Commanders fans. When you don't go back to the NFC Championship game this year, don't turn on the youngster. Do not turn on the youngster when you don't go back to the NFC Championship game, because you will not go back. You're not going to the NFC Championship game 2 times in a row. Do not turn on him, because y'all should know more than anybody how hard it is to get to that game. You ain't been there in over 30 years until he came. Don't turn on him. He got more talent, and he's going to finish at a lower point this year. The team is going to finish in a lower spot this year with more talent. I guarantee y'all don't finish in the NFC Championship or better. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Jalen Hurts is the face of the league because of what he do in the postseason, man. Because of what he does in the postseason. Why do you think he got the #1 selling jersey? Because when there's only 1 or 2 games on the TV, he win. He win. Jayden Daniels might be one of the leaders of the new school. I can't even with confidence say Jayden Daniels should be ahead of CJ Stroud. I can't with confidence, I can't say that right now. And that's not even no hate. This sample size is real small. It's 1 season. It's 1 season. If y'all losing a wild card round this year, do not, and I repeat, do not turn on him. May 17th, I'm going to hit you, D-Lo. Damn, what's May 17th? I'm going to hit you. May 17th, I might be shit. That's Saturday. I ain't got nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? Don't turn on him, bruh. What I think about Kevin Patullo, I don't matter what I think about Kevin Patullo. It does not matter what I think about Kevin Patullo. I'm going to tell you why. It don't matter what I think about Kevin Patullo because Kevin Patullo is at the mercy of the Super Bowl MVP and Saquon Barkley. Everybody said Kellen Moore wasn't going to run the ball. When you got Saquon Barkley, your job is easy. Kevin Patullo better stay in line and go get a head coaching job next year. That's all Kevin Patullo got to do. All Kevin Patullo got to do is stick with the script and go get a head coaching job next year. That's it. Jalen Hurts should not have more passing yards than Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. He shouldn't. He shouldn't. With the rhetoric that's going on around here, he shouldn't. He shouldn't. He shouldn't be one behind Dak Prescott. He shouldn't be 100 yards behind Dak Prescott. He shouldn't. Because he can't throw, right? He ain't that good. Why is playoff stats better than everybody else's, man? Or right there. Why? Why don't they talk about dumb stats? Why do they care about what happens week 4 against the Cardinals? Everybody show out against the Cardinals and the Panthers. With the exception of about 12 teams in the league, everybody else is a team that you could patch your stats on. But the best of the best make that postseason matchup, right? The best of the best make that postseason matchup. Why didn't y'all run the ball week 1? We won the Super Bowl. I don't care what happened week 1. We won the Super Bowl. We won the Super Bowl. LB, who's your breakout player to watch this upcoming season? Jahad Campbell, man. Hattie Ward Bucks. N'Kobe Dean ain't getting that job back, man. I'm sorry to tell you. They don't know what winning feel like, man. When you got to keep resorting to stats and you got to claim your guy got the arm talent, he's more talented. Well, why the hell he ain't winning nothing then? If he's so much better than Jalen Hurts, why do we need what Jalen Hurts has to succeed and why he ain't winning nothing then? I'm confused. Why he ain't winning nothing then? If he's so much, if everything is so much better in him, why he ain't winning nothing then? Nobody has still been able to answer that. Why y'all don't got one of these? Why y'all don't got one of these? Why y'all don't got one of these? Why? That bit crispy. Crispy. That shit look like chicken right out the grease. That look like a pork chop from South Carolina out the oil. Look at that. You ever had a pork chop from the country back in the day? A good pork chop? Girardi, you know about that. My old head know about a good pork chop, a good fry back in the day. Right now, we ain't pork chops in 2025. But a good pork chop out the grease back in the day? That's what this looked like. Piece of white bread and some hot sauce. Crispy. Crispy. You know what else crispy too? You know what's crispy too? This extra crispy. This extra crispy. Because it's supposed to be a W on this, right? It's supposed to be a W right here. This supposed to be a W right here. You know why did a W right here? Because the Washington Commanders lost this game. They actually printed it. They printed some of these for the Commanders. You know you got to print them for both teams because you don't know the outcome. Where they at? Where the ones with the W at? Where the ones with the W at? Washed up on a Somalian beach. The natives in Somalia wearing them. They gave them out to refugees in third world countries. They gave them out to refugees in third world countries. It's people walking around in third world countries in the ass crack of the universe with NFC championship hats with Washington logo on it. People who don't have TVs, nothing. They just happy to have a hat. They just happy to have a hat. They ain't get rid of them hats, or they scrape the W off and put more birds on it to sell to the masses. One of two things happen. Them hats will never see the light of day, but they made them somewhere. They made them. Believe me, they made them. But y'all ain't get to don it, though. Y'all ain't get to don it, though. If he'd have went to the Super Bowl and lost, undoubtedly he'd probably be the face. But he didn't. He didn't. He didn't. Shit, they might even made some of these for y'all. They might have made some of these with a W on it. I know they made some of these with a chief on it. They probably said 3-peat somewhere in the corner. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? They on that island. They on that island. They on that Jurassic Park island where the dinosaurs at. They on that Jurassic Park island where the dinosaurs at. That deserted island that nobody can go. They in Antarctica. Stop playing with me, man, on this app during the Super Bowl season. That's all I'm saying. The proof is in the pudding, man. Play the video back. You'll hear it. You'll hear it. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. It's a weekday. Schedule come out tomorrow. We're gonna talk more about this, man. You know the vibes.
Step back and watch the chef cook.
You own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. In my line, if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy, if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy, if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Yeah, I'm from the 17th curb. I'm a G, I know how a G17 works. I'm a beast, I done moved grass all on this turf. Before the pandemic, face mask gonna work, yeah. Feast with the guys, glad bag full of work. Used to help Miss Diane with her bags out of church, cause she let us play them steps from the first to the first. It's like we shared clothes, your dirt was my dirt. You don't need to have a phone. I saw many